but make sure it's not too tight that you're, you know, like, what's wrong with you? My wig is just tight. No, you don't need that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Fashion Wizardry here, aka Matilda, and I know this is becoming too familiar a face on this channel. Me coming to you like this all the time. I know this I don't know, it's just what my life has become. But the reason I'm coming to you all pea-headed and in my most beautiful state is because today's video is a wig video. I'm going to be showing you how to attach an elastic to your wig. That way it stays very secure, and I mean secure, sis. Secure. I personally use glue on my lace fronts. I don't mind glue as long as you take it out properly. I think you're safe. But if you prefer not to use glue but you still want the wig secured, this is a method that you will definitely love. It's completely safe for your edges as long as you're not pulling it to the gods. You're going to be fine. How you attach your elastic? You need an elastic, obviously. That was so obvious. Okay, the only band I have at the moment that happens to be black in color is this one. It's quite thin. I prefer a thicker band, but this works fine as well. But I recommend getting a thicker band if this is your first time doing it. It's easier to sew on, and it just gives you a bit more surface area to work with, which is always a good thing, and it stays on much longer. With a thinner band, you will need to replace this often because it gets tagged at a lot, and since the surface area is a bit less, you will need to replace it every now and then. But elastic is really cheap, so it's not really a big deal. I'm going to take my very long elastic band, and what you need to do is you need to measure your head. At the moment, my hair is in cornrows, all going to the back, nothing special. I'm going to look for the last and second last cornrow, and I'm going to put my elastic band in between those two. That way there's no tension on your ear. So when you're putting it on, this is my band. Taking my band, this is between my two cornrows, and as you can see, it rests very comfortably. Don't put your band like this. Don't force it to lie directly on top of your ear. You don't need your ear being forced into extinction. So just let it rest comfortably. Let it feel like it's part of the family. So I'm just going to take it and place it between my two cornrows. And then I'm just gonna take it around my head and bring it to the other end in between my two cornrows as well. And I'm gonna pull a bit just to make sure it's tight, but make sure it's not too tight that you're, you know, like, what's wrong with you? My wig is just tight. No, you don't need that. Just make sure it's tight such that the wig stays in position, but don't give yourself headaches. Nobody's got time for that. So I'm pulling my elastic taut. I'm not feeling a lot of tension at the back of my head. That's how you know it's a comfortable, secure kind of tight. And I'm gonna take this, and this is going to be the length of my elastic. I'll cut off this length, show you how to attach it to your wig, and you'll be good to go, sis. This, I've got you for the holidays. You don't need to take off your wigs every night, and your mans don't need to see your cornrows if he doesn't have to. So okay guys, here's my wig. Excuse the fact that it's not the cleanest. That's what happens when you wear wigs, they get dirty. My wig doesn't have a lot of lace to work with, but it's more than enough. On one end, I'm going to attach the elastic. You don't want to attach it too far back or too far to the front. You want it right in the middle of your lace. Once you have your band at the center, you want to slant it towards the back, like facing the wig cap. When you do this, this is going to make sure that your ear is accommodated by the wig, and it's not going to be pressing down on your ear and making the wig very uncomfortable. So just make sure you slant it slightly towards the back. It doesn't have to be a certain angle. Just make sure that it's not straight like this. You want it a bit slanted. The thread I'm using is weaving thread. It's usually thicker than normal sewing thread, and also I'm going to be using a carved needle because that is ideal for hair. You just want to bring it up and down. Nothing too special, I guess. I usually go about twice, like I go back and forth. That way I'm really making sure that that band is more than attached to my lace. So just pass it through your band and then pass it through the lace, and that's it. Once you're done, just cut off the excess thread and then make 1 or 2 knots. I usually make like 3 mate because I want this thing to be taut. Once you're sure that that band is not going to move, just cut off the excess thread and you're good to go. Once I'm sure that this end is not going anywhere, I'm going to do the same thing to this other side, and then I can show you the next step. So your sewn bit should look something like this. As you can see, it's just up and down motions, and this will keep this thing in place. It's not gonna budge even for the president. Just go up and down between the elastic and the lace, and once you're done, just tie off the end and this thing will be super duper intact. Once you have your elastic attached to your wig like that, as you can see, this is in place. You can still wear your wig like this, but I like taking an extra step, mostly because this back bit, as you can see, there's quite a big gap between the elastic and the back. This is all going to be a gap if you wear it like this. So what I usually do to avoid this gap is I take my elastic and I attach it with a few stitches to the back of the wig. It's for that gaping hole to not be there. It's just inconvenient for me. This is totally optional, but it's just a trick that I've been doing and it's helped me loads. Okay, that's good enough. So I'm just gonna snip that off, tie a knot, tie a couple of knots actually, cut off the excess thread. Once you've done this, I promise you this wig is so secure. So let's put it on and you guys will see what I'm talking about. As you can see, just with the elastic, this lace lays flat except on the sides. I can glue those down if I wanted to, but since I'm wearing my hair down, I don't really need to. So let me style this hair. As you can see, guys, my hair is laying uber flat. I haven't even put in some glue or anything. I just put on my wig and that's it. So as you can see, this is a pretty amazing method to secure your wig if you don't want to use glue every day. Totally up to you, totally safe. I recommend this 100%. Good thing with this method is if you want to, you can sleep in your wig. As long as your elastic is not too tight, you're going to be fine. Whereas with got to be glue, you do have to take it out, because sleeping in got to be, it kind of slips your edges to the back and your edges will be gone before you can say edges. So this is a method I recommend for the lazy kind of wig wearer, which I am sometimes. Anyway, that is it from me today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you learned something from it. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. That helps me out quite a bit. And subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Join the growing family. Family.